On March 11, 1989, Dennis Lee Bowman and his wife Brenda reported that their 14-year-old daughter, Andrea, had run away from their Michigan home. The case of the missing teen remained open for decades. The Allegan County Sheriff's Office and the Michigan State Police handled the ongoing investigation. Investigators never eliminated Bowman as a potential suspect in Andrea's disappearance. He had a criminal record that included assault with intent to commit criminal sexual conduct in 1980 and breaking and entering into a female co-worker's home in 1998. But it wasn't until Bowman's arrest in another cold case that authorities were finally able to locate Andrea. In November 2019, Bowman, then 70, was taken into custody in Michigan. Thanks to DNA evidence, he was charged with the 1980 murder of a woman in Norfolk, Virginia. Catching Bowman meant long-delayed justice for the family of Kathleen Doyle, the 25-year-old who'd been killed almost 40 years earlier. While behind bars in Michigan awaiting extradition to Virginia, Bowman began to open up about Andrea's 1989 disappearance. During a visit with Brenda in December 2019, he told her he'd slapped Andrea during an argument and she'd died after falling down the stairs. Bowman said he'd then disposed of her body in the neighbor's trash. However, this wasn't the complete truth about what happened to Andrea. Bowman continued to talk to investigators and his wife in 2019 and early 2020. Our team made a concerted effort to build rapport with Dennis Bowman, Workman says. We did a lot of listening and trying to understand his background before asking any direct questions about his potential wrongdoing. At one point, Bowman told police he'd pushed Andrea down the stairs after she'd said she would publicly accuse him of molesting her. He claimed after she died from the fall, he cut up her body with a machete and said investigators could find the weapon under his bed. However, Bowman did not reveal what he'd done with his daughter's body until a February 4, 2020 conversation with Brenda, according to MLive. During a phone call, he told her he had buried Andrea in their backyard. He said he also transported her remains from their old house to the new house they moved into after Andrea vanished. On February 5, 2020, authorities announced they had found human remains in Bowman's yard. A genetic sample from Andrea's biological mother. The Bowmans had adopted Andrea when she was a baby, and DNA testing determined that the remains were Andrea's. Dennis Bowman is 70 years old, and he knows he is going to prison for the rest of his life given the DNA evidence against him. In June 2020, Bowman pleaded guilty in a Norfolk, Virginia court to the rape and murder of Kathleen Doyle. He received 2 life sentences for those crimes as well as another 20 years for burglary. His sentence left no possibility for parole. In December 2021 in Allegan County, Michigan, Bowman pleaded no contest to second-degree murder in Andrea's death. With that